Welcome to Sweet Talk. This broadcast is brought to you by the Continuing Education Workforce Training Division of Idaho State University's College of Technology. This podcast is part of our continuing outreach efforts, and the format is conversational. We will be having conversations with businesses, professionals, entrepreneurs, community agencies, and, in all cases, difference makers. Now, let's get started with Sweet Talk.
Welcome to the Sweet Podcast. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Gary Salazar. I'm the Director for Continuing Education and Workforce Training. We also call that Sweet, and there's an interesting alignment with businesses today. Today we'll be talking with Lauren Albert. Albert is a keen baker. She specializes in baking gluten-free and vegan delicacies, and I'm so interested in hearing more about this. But what's cool is the name of her business. Her business is Sweet Without Wheat Creations. So what a cool name.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for letting me come. I'm happy to be here.
This is going to be a wonderful thing. And for those of you who are watching this, you're not just hearing this on SoundCloud. She's brought some delicacies with her, and it's smelling up the room. And I'm drooling already because they look great. They're sitting right in front of me within hand reach. So I'll probably be impolite with you. Lauren, please tell us a little bit about yourself. Let's get started. And the audience out there wants to know a little bit about you, your business, what you like to do. So let's start with that.
Okay. So I got started with doing Sweet Without Wheat Creations because my son, he's 6 years old, but he was born with an allergy to wheat. Okay. And he was not able to have cakes and cookies and treats like everybody else can. So I spent a lot of time crying and trying to figure out what to do. But then one day I taught myself how to make wheat-free treats. And I am his favorite person. I'm like the #1 baker in the world, according to my 6-year-old son. And recently I was asked to make some vegan cookies for a coworker. And I was nervous because I'd never done vegan cookies, but I did, and they turned out great. So if Sammy wants to come up and try one so that she can let you all know.
Sammy from the audience is going to come on up.
These are the vegan ones here. Nice. And they are vegan chocolate chip cookies as well.
You can do it right on.
No, I was not excited about that.
We need a teacup.
Yeah. So.
Really cool. Thank you. So then I saw things that I wanted to start making, like these chocolate chip cookie pies. They have peanut butter in them, and they are gluten-free cookie bases with chocolate chips. There is vanilla pudding with peanut butter in it, and then chocolate and peanut butter on the top. And I saw a picture of one in a magazine, but I thought, people are going to want something that's bite-sized, especially since I go to a lot of work parties and things. I needed something that people could just pick up and eat. So I decided to make them smaller. And then I decided to make gluten-free peanut butter cookies because everybody likes peanut butter unless they have an allergy to that. But they are really good as well. So if you would like to try one, Gary, we can sample things right here, right now.
I'm definitely going to try one,
good.
but probably not right away because I won't be able to talk.
All right, talk.
Gary, try that one with peanut butter in it. That works really good.
And on top of these cookies, I have actually taught myself how to make 12 additional gluten-free items. And some of the things that I can do that are gluten-free, I have done a couple of different bars. I've done lemon bars. I've done kiwi bars, which are amazing. I have done strawberry bars. I have even done, some different breads. I've done zucchini breads, pumpkin breads. I have done brownies. And my son just loves everything that I can make. So he's my inspiration for why I got started.
What's his name?
John.
John.
Yeah, John.
So I can see why John really loves being around you because this is awesome.
And this happens every day in the winter. This is nothing new. I mean, every day in the winter when it's cold, I bake. So this is nothing new to me.
You do a lot of baking.
I do.
Now, this is awesome. So let's go back a second here because you said, or I said the name of your business. You have a business.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And this is out of your house?
Yes,
your
it is.
home right now. Mm-hmm. And what you're doing is you're baking for people who have allergies or who are vegan.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to have to admit, I don't know the difference between, gluten-free or vegan or anything that allergies would affect. So maybe could you take a moment to school me on what is vegan, what is gluten-free, and maybe the importance of each in diets?
Okay. Well, I haven't studied much, to be honest, about what it is, but wheat is something that affects your gut. And it's something that just kind of sits in there. And a lot of people have celiac or are sensitive to wheat. And so using a different kind of grain or a different kind of flour to use in the cookies like I do, it's a lot healthier that way. I like to use almond flour. I like to use oat flour because I have my own grinder. So I just grind up oatmeal and then put it in there with my cookies. For the vegan ones, as far as I understand, it is no animal-based products at all. Am I correct on that?
So there is different types of vegan /vegetarian. Vegetarians usually, there's different types of vegetarians. For the most part, they will consume eggs and dairy.
Okay.
Vegans are strictly no animal products at all.
No animal products at all, right. Okay.
No leather, no honey,
okay.
No gelatin,
okay.
Butter, yeah. So pretty much if anything comes from an animal, vegan doesn't eat it.
But sugar?
Vegetarians are.
Okay, but sugar's okay?
Sugar comes from a plant.
Sometimes. Sugar is not. Sometimes sugar is milled with bone, like animal bones. It's in the process of creating like white sugar. So sometimes, depending on how strict of a vegan you are, white sugar is not vegan.
So this is very specific when you do
yes,
your
you have to buy
ingredients.
Very specific ingredients, yes.
Wow.
Yes, it is. And it's, I don't mind that it costs me extra money because I'm helping other people, and that's the joy I get from it. So that's why it's important to me. It's just mostly helping other people.
Now, is this, I don't know, so is this a mail order business that you're doing, or people just come to your house and they place an order and they pick it up?
They can do it through my Facebook page. They can call me on the phone. If they know about my business and we're in a class together, they can hit me up in class. They can mail me or whatever they want to do. But yeah, any way that I can get them products that'll help them. I've even mailed some to my siblings out of state just because I need more taste testers. Be like, hey, what do you think? And even my siblings are like, are you sure these are gluten-free? Because I can't tell. And I'm like, yes, they're wheat-free. I promise there's no wheat in them. And my son has tried everything that I make that are wheat-free, and he doesn't break out like he used to. So that's how he's my biggest tester.
That's another reason John probably really likes being around you. So he gets to smell the cookies every time you bake them. Then he's your primary tester.
Yes, he is. I've taken these cookie pies to a lot of places, and just recently my husband took them to the College of Science and Engineering, and he went there a couple days later, and they would not stop talking about them. They have asked him to bring more the next time that he comes because they loved them so much. So they're my number one go-to bake, I guess. So,
I'm going to tell a little bit on your husband's name is Michael.
Yes.
Michael Alvord is the UBO, the University Business Officer for the College of Technology. And I don't know if you know this or not, but I was in part of the interview with him. And during the interview, there was some questions thrown out. And he made a reference to you and the cookies and how that's a great way to break the ice with people. And we can see from right here today, everybody's going, oh, this is great. We're tasting them. We're talking about cookies. It's absolutely true. But he has talked about you a lot and these fabulous cookies. So it's really fantastic that we get a chance to see them today and smell them.
Yes.
And I'll be tasting them shortly here.
Good.
All right. So you've helped me understand a little bit about the business you're in. Mm-hmm. Is that growing for you, or do we need to get some more momentum behind that? What's the goal of this?
I would actually like to have my own place, my own little bakery place, because I can only do so much with one little tiny oven that I have. And even though I can produce dozens and dozens of cookies at one time, I don't have enough space in my house for them. And having a bigger place where I can have all these 12 different things that I make on display at one time would just be amazing. I'd love for people to just come by and try a sample of everything and leave happy. So, because with the bars, even though they're strawberry bars and kiwi bars, some people hear of them and they're like, well, that's really different. But if you like apple pie, that's what the kiwi bars taste like.
Oh, man.
They are amazing, especially when they're warm. And if you want some chocolate on top of them, I can do chocolate on top of them.
You're giving me an idea. I mean, for those of you who are out there in the audience at the College of Technology, in the building where we reside, we have a kitchen that used to be part of a culinary program.
Right.
And you and I have talked about the possibility of a culinary program coming back, which we don't know. It was a great product at the time. They had wonderful success with the students, but it was discontinued for some other reasons. but the kitchen is still there.
Yes, it is.
I'm kind of imagining, just like the other day when we had chili cooking for lunch and how that smell permeates.
Yes.
And right now we have the new tutoring resource center right next to us with a lot more students down there. If we had some of these cookies coming out of one of those ovens, that smell would go throughout the entire building. What a great testing and potential business side we'd have there.
Yes. My kids love when they wake up to the smell of cookies.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk about that a little bit more.
Good.
All right. Well, this is very, very cool, and I love the fact that you have a visual display here. Now, we have also talked, and I think we're kind of going in the direction of some classes that you might be able to offer in the spring through our catalog, through CEWT. So could you maybe talk briefly about, there's two different kinds of classes. One was like a vegan.
Yes.
And one was the gluten-free, right?
Yes, it would be.
Talk about those classes a little bit. What do you see those classes being?
Well, I'm hoping those classes will be something where people can come and learn how to make vegan cookies or gluten-free cookies, because I have tried stuff from a box that is gluten-free and it's not that appealing to me.
I have a question.
Yes.
In the vegan cookies, what did you use instead of eggs? I tasted banana.
That's what I used.
Nice.
That's my secret. You ruined my secret. No, it's okay.
So banana equals an egg?
Yes.
Yeah. You can also use flax seeds. Apparently that's really good.
I have always just done it with banana because when I first started doing the chocolate chip cookies, I also did oatmeal chocolate chip cookies because one of my son's favorite things for breakfast was oatmeal with bananas on top. So instead of using eggs, I would dice up a banana and stick it in there and then put oats in it and chocolate chips and make him like a breakfast cookie instead. And so those are some of his favorites too. Every time I make oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, he's like, do these have banana? Yes, they have banana. Okay, and he'll eat all of them. I have to like double or triple my recipes sometimes because my family can't get enough of these cookies. But yes, I did use banana. So it's just to help other people that don't know how to cook gluten-free or bake vegan or want to learn how to do that.
This will be in our kitchen is what we're talking about putting it, and you'll have a group of people around the kitchen tables that we have in there and learning how to prepare, learning about ingredients.
Yes, they will have my secret recipes.
Secret recipes? Okay.
Secret recipes for the gluten-free and vegan cookies. And they will be able to see all of the ingredients that are in them. They will be able to mix it themselves, put them on the baking trays, and bake them themselves and take them home to share with their family and friends, just in case they don't believe me that they're awesome.
I can imagine Michael Jones, one of the guys who works with us, he helps us manage that kitchen. He's probably going to be a big fan and literally sniffing around there and checking that out.
Fine.
That is so cool.
Yes.
All right. So, and you're going to have two different types of classes.
Yes.
We're going to probably offer them at different times. It's not two classes at the same time. It's two separate classes.
Yes.
So they would potentially attract two different types of people. The veganites, is that right, Sam? Vegans?
Yeah.
Vegans. The vegans?
Veganite sounds like a cult.
Okay, sorry.
Like it's not?
No, we're the vegans.
So it's not veganarians?
Vegan aristocrats or something. And there's one, and then the other one would be the gluten-free crowd.
Yes.
Okay, would either one of those two groups cross over and learn how to make the other kinds of delicacies?
They can, actually. With these vegan cookies, they are also wheat-free. So I could even do a one combo class vegan-free and wheat-free at the same exact time.
All right, now, I want to go back to that again because you've mentioned wheat-free, and that's how this started with your son, John. Are there other kinds of allergies? If it's not wheat, it would be maybe flaxseed or something that people would say. Peanuts. Yes. Soy. Would folks who have those kinds of allergies or reactions, would they benefit from taking this class?
Not for my peanut butter cookies, they wouldn't.
Not for those.
Not for the peanut butter cookies. That might not go over well. But for the vegan cookies, definitely. Because I specialize all my ingredients for those. And with the chocolate chips and the vegan cookies as well, I have found chocolate chips that are gluten-free, nut-free, dairy-free, soy-free, and they are all around allergy-friendly. And that's kind of one of the points that I would like to eventually get to with not only my bakery, but in life, is to maybe here at ISU teach a course on allergy-friendly cooking and baking, because that's something that I'm super passionate about. And yes.
Lauren, was it hard to find the ingredients?
It was actually. I had to have some of them sent in because not everybody here in town has particular allergies, or not everybody in town has vegan tastes, and so they don't have a lot of the things here. So I have Amazon Prime, so I just primed them in.
So do you think also it's because Focus Hell is just a small community?
Yes, I think so.
Larger communities probably they might have.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So I would like to eventually teach allergy-friendly cooking classes, because every day that I'm online, you can see people posting, I need more meals to eat, or my kid has an allergy to something and I don't know what I'm supposed to make. My kid has a wheat allergy, but so we can't have this. We have corn allergies. What are we supposed to have? Yes.
So do you think that there are more allergies nowadays, or is there just more awareness of these allergies?
I think it's more awareness of these allergies, because you see it more that people have allergies to things, and I'm not sure if there used to be allergies to a lot of foods back in when I was a kid. And
when growing up, you really didn't hear about it.
Right.
Not as much.
It's like, it doesn't have to just be like anaphylactic shock allergy. Like, you might be very sensitive to stuff, and you just never would know. I had that recently, an allergy test.
I mean, in the 70s, when it says, "Oh yeah, when I eat so and so, my belly hurts," and they just says, "Oh, I got to live with it."
Yeah.
And nowadays they realize you have an allergy, you should avoid that.
Right.
You know, one of the other programs we have here at Idaho State is, I think there's a dietetics program. Would this be something that they would be teaching now, or would be interested in learning more about, so they could teach it?
Once they taste my stuff, yes. When you try these, Gary, you won't be able to say no. I guarantee it.
Well, you know, we're going to have to see if we can help you make that connection as well, because I think they have kitchens over there as part of their program. And, you know, having somebody like you be a resource to, you know, let them taste test this stuff, but also go through and try things, they could bring you in and use some of your experience and possibly have you teach some of those classes. I can't speak for them, but it would be a great connection to explore. It'd be beneficial for you, beneficial for them, and all of our students and all the staff who are sampling and smelling all this great stuff. So that's a cool thing.
I guess the thing that's picking up here is, for you personally, it's kind of, you're an explorer, right?
Right.
I mean, because the whole idea is to expand menu options.
Right.
So you're having some fun. Just, can this work in this way?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And so are you creating these recipes? Are you
getting
one and then sort of modifying it? I mean, how does that work?
I do both. When I see a recipe that I like in a magazine or a catalog, I go, how can I make that different? How can I make that my own? Some recipes I've seen, they want to use peanut oil for something, but I'm like, well, if I want to teach a class or teach somebody how to make something, I can't use peanut oil, so I use a different kind of oil, or I don't use it at all. I can bring flavor to my food without putting things that will make people sick in them. And that's something that I've just become known for. I have some of my celiac friends from out of state calling me, asking me how to make M&M cookies that are wheat-free because she doesn't know how, or she wants them to be good. She wants to share them with somebody. And so that makes me happy that I can help her to help other people as well. And that's kind of my ultimate goal, is to help other people.
You know, that's a wonderful story. You know, as we go around, especially in the summertime, you see all these, the burger shops, the Arctic shops, and all those, they come up with these special shakes. And now we're going towards fall, and there's like pumpkin shakes. Could some of this translate into shakes? Because you've got some creative stuff here.
If you have a blender, you can blend anything. Yes.
So Lauren, when you nowadays, when you taste something that you find somewhere out, do you automatically start analyzing, going, if I replace this with this and I replace this with this, I could make this and have it either gluten-free or vegan?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I've even gone places where they offer gluten-free cookies, and I buy one just to see what it tastes like, and I eat it, and I've had some bad stuff out there. And I'm like, did you make this? And they're like, yeah, we made it. I'm like, okay, well, you need somebody else like me to make your stuff for you instead, because your stuff tastes like, I've had cookies where I'd rather just eat a box, because that's what their stuff tastes like. It tastes like a box.
Once I tried making vegan brownies with flaxseed, it was so disgusting.
Yeah.
Just burnt to a crisp.
Yes.
Disgusting.
And it's hard because some people like Sammy, they want to have stuff that they can have and enjoy, and they can't find the proper ingredients, and they don't know how to make it taste good. And that's what I do. I make it good so that people come begging for more, Gary's mouth is drooling. I mean,
Gotcha.
Well,
I may cut this short just to get to these things.
You should.
I know I've tried
Gary's gonna tap out.
either gluten or vegan stuff, and based on a bad product, it kind of slants your entire thinking of what that is.
Definitely.
I think we've all had that cardboard tasting,
Yeah, I think so too. We hear that all the time.
Here, Gary, so that I can prove they are not cardboard.
Oh, this is so bad.
I feel like by the way, Gary, I think we've lost absolute control of the show. She's got you eating now.
This is delicious.
So,
oh man,
here's my comment.
It's too late, man. Your comment's done.
Sorry.
Come get some cookies.
I'll listen to your comments. It's
Well,
okay.
Gary's got to do the outro. Then we'll.
Yeah, excuse me while I swallow this thing. Okay, everybody, I can see our time is up. We've been talking to, and thank you to Lauren Alvord today, who brought in some fabulous treats, talking to us about gluten-free and vegan foods, desserts, and I hope everybody out there has gotten a chance to listen and smell through the channels, this wonderful food, and have gotten some great insights about what you might want to try if you have an allergy. If you want to reach out to us, we should have some information on our catalog. You can reach us at cetrain.isu.edu or on Facebook at, let's see, it's called Sweet Without Wheat Creations.
Yes.
And that's her business. So I thank you all for joining us. Hope you've learned something. See you next time. Bye.
So I'm just going to ask.